All right. Edward, can you hear me? Can you see me? You're muted. Gotcha.
I can hear you now.
Awesome. And what's interesting, your session, I think will go, we're going to talk a little bit, I believe, about a new channel, as with your tool at least. And tomorrow we're going to talk about breaking into retail. And I think about your channel as a stepping stone to retail in a weird kind of way. But I'll let you take it away from here and explain to everyone what's going on. And I will just step aside. Here we go.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Edward Hu. I am one of the co-founders at SHOWPLACE. We are a marketplace that enables brands to reach new customers through vacation rental marketing. My presentation today will be on 2020, the year that Airbnb entered the marketing funnel, and highlighting some of the ways that you can leverage vacation rentals, property managers to introduce products to new consumers, collect feedback, and drive sales. So in 2020, we all faced a pretty huge problem. It's called COVID-19. Most brands use that as an opportunity to go fully digital, right? Everybody was marketing pretty much in the same formats, Facebook ads, Google ads, but it became really hard to stand out in a very noisy world. You were also limited by the ability or by the lack of ability in reaching customers through scalable experiences, and then timing the interactions with your customers or potential customers was also very challenging. So brands got pretty creative. Some people came out with really funny marketing campaigns like KFC. Others went to new social media platforms like TikTok, and others decided to sample and trial products through a wide variety of sampling boxes, but it didn't work for everybody. These are some of the brands that found SHOWPLACE. We worked with everybody from Nectar Mattresses, Theragun, Monster Energy, Hush Blankets, brands that really thought, let's try vacation rentals as a new channel to reach our customers. And so thinking about this channel, we really wanted to position ourselves like traditional digital media in the sense that identifying the right customer base should be just as easy. So we created a platform that allows brands to find customers based on where they're staying. And we do this by identifying things like psychographics and the demographics of your customers, and then figuring out and kind of working backwards to understand how exactly we can make sure the products are going into the appropriate homes. Some of the benefits that this created were that we were targeting the right customers at the right moment, really close to the moment of consumption for consumable products, and then right when you needed a product like a mattress because you were about to go to bed. There was also this halo effect that we noticed created by being on vacation with friends and family. That halo effect helps your brand be remembered in a much better way because it's that product that you tried while you were on that trip that someone fell in love with during that bachelor or bachelorette party. And a third benefit that we saw was that because guests were trialing the product in an environment that was not pressure driven, they got to really experience the product for what it was worth. And if they did fall in love with it, we saw much fewer returns from those guest purchases. So if you want to do this on your own, you absolutely can. And here's how you would kind of start that process. You can go out and do outreach to hosts on Airbnb. You can reach out to property managers and do partnerships with them. Some kind of tips to keep in mind. Make sure that you are placing some sort of physical marketing asset in the home so that you're able to drive a conversion or a scan of a QR code that tracks how many people are actually engaging with your product. you can have that QR code go to some survey or the product page. Things like that can really help you understand how effective the channel is for you. If you do decide to work with SHOWPLACE, we have pre-built networks that you can opt into, and we already know what type of guests are staying in these homes, what type of amenities already exist in the home, and what type of deliverables the hosts are going to be willing to complete. So maybe the hosts that are in the Sunkist network are very willing to do surveys and social media posts. They can also do they can also leave you reviews on Facebook and Amazon or your own website as well. So how does it work for the guest? When a guest makes a reservation, they'll get a message from the host with a link to what's called a My SHOWPLACE page. And for each host, it's essentially a unique page that acts as an e-commerce store for their home. That page will list all the different products that the guests will be able to experience there during their stay, so that when the rental starts, the guests arrive into the home with some knowledge of which products are going to be there, and so that they can try the products in their own time. As they try more products and start scanning the collateral, we analyze the feedback that they're providing to us based on scans and their surveys, to help draw them into different parts of your marketing funnel for you to retarget and to market to them. So one example of a successful program that we ran during the pandemic was with Peach Skin Sheets. They are definitely an emerging brand, and their goal was to drive trial and purchase of their very unique sheets. They wanted also to help generate more social media awareness from the hosts themselves, and then drive sales amongst hosts as well as the guests that were sleeping on these sheets. So our approach was to target about 30 hosts across the United States. We placed the sheets on the beds. We placed table tents and swatches in the bedrooms next to the products as well. And on the marketing asset, we tracked conversions through the coupon code redemption as well as the guest reviews. The program was very successful from our point of view. We were able to drive 48 attributable guest sales, which was about a 7.7 to 8% conversion rate per reservation. One of the major benefits was that the hosts who actually got the product themselves, they ended up being customers as well. And as a host, you're constantly replenishing these kinds of products. And so these lifetime customers, these new lifetime customers for Peach Skin Sheets will probably continue to buy from them for quite some time. So this is a program that, a lot of people think about and think, will it work for me? And I think what we've realized is that it definitely is suitable for brands that, or we used to think that brands that thought, try it to buy it or see it to believe it, these were the type of brands that we wanted to work with. Brands that really believed that their product was something that once you tried one time, you would actually want to purchase. And we've kind of transitioned and kind of updated our thinking on this. Rather than thinking about how a customer needs to see it to believe it, we actually think now that customers need to believe it in order to see it. And it's a fairly nuanced update to this phrase, but we actually think that because there's so many similar products in the market these days, in order for the guests to actually believe what you're selling, they need to be in the bed. They need to try your product. They need to experience it and really believe it before they'll see your vision, your mission for your brand. And we think that by placing products into vacation rentals allowing guests to actually try the products, you're essentially ingraining in them this belief that they're already your customers, that they're already using your products, and they've already lived with your products during vacation. And often, especially for the consumable customers, these products are being taken home with them. So they can continue being customers once they're at home. So if you're interested in, creating a funnel of marketing qualified leads, generating data to sell products back to hosts within this network, and then leveraging returns, that's one area that we think is a huge opportunity. So many direct-to-consumer brands are dealing with mass amounts of return products as well. And by having SHOWPLACE kind of take that inventory and turn it into a marketing asset, I think there's a lot of value that we can add for you there as well. 2020 was the year that Airbnb entered the marketing funnel, and we hope that 2021 and beyond is the year that your brand will start participating in the Airbnb marketing funnel as well.
I love it. I love this idea. And I just caught that at the end. You're saying like refurbished or sent back products, maybe even products that were opened, right? So the packaging isn't there. We can actually use those as part of our placement opportunities in Airbnb. That's brilliant. So I love it.
We think about it as our re-commerce and an open box program. Taking products that used to be a cost center, taking up space in your warehouse, and turning that into a profit driver.
Logistically, do we send the product to you or do we send it straight to the host?
We've done both. So point-to-point re-commerce is something that we're doing right now with a couple of mattress topper brands and weighted blanket brands. But
there's no way you would want to take that inventory.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hush is an amazing company. I've spoken with their CEO before. And a perfect example of a digitally native vertical brand using Airbnb as channel marketing. So I think anybody in the home goods space, in the consumable foods, we just had Bump and Blends on, and I could imagine between them and BlendJet has the world's first portable blender, right? Put the portable blender on the counter, put the blended smoothie mix in the freezer, and you've got like a good joint connection there between the two of them, kind of being perfectly product placed, and then people are getting these smoothies, tasting them, and going, "Oh my God, how do I get more of this?" Yeah, I also love the display, by the way, next to the bed. I thought that was really amazing.
Yeah, we think there's a great merchandising opportunities when brands can collaborate and come together and create a whole suite of products that work well together. We did one with Theragun, CBDFX, and a weighted blanket company, not Hush, but another one. And we called that our rest and relaxation kind of suite of products. And that actually got a ton of traction, and people did things in the sequence that we recommended. It was fantastic. We got great feedback on that.
I love it. Now, the truth is, marketing qualified leads aren't for everybody, I suppose, because I think a lot of e-commerce, especially early days, is more on direct sales. So is there a change that we have to think about to our marketing funnel, or is it that the brand's not ready to invest in that stage, might not be ready for you? Which way do you think it is?
Yeah, I think the reason why we've kind of started thinking more about marketing qualified leads is because we want the brand to own the customer. We want you to own that relationship. And by us handing over the phone number, the email, the address that we collect, and having you then do that marketing, you get to own that customer. You don't have to rent the customer from us. And if you're not quite ready to do that level of marketing yet, we can set up text and email drip campaigns to retarget them. But we think it's always more effective when the brand does it themselves.
Wow. It sounds like we need to demo this platform and make, for the brands listening to see that full effect. I love that you're able to get that first, or is it first party information? It becomes first party information. Get the information, get the consumer opting into wanting to hear more from brands that are strategically placed in these Airbnbs. And I'm looking forward to the day where I never go into another vacant, like totally empty Airbnb again. And I think it'll be because of you and your technology and the process here. that us as consumers will significantly benefit from this.
Thanks, Darren.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time. We're going to go straight into our next session.